Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning? Today is Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. How is everybody doing this morning? Or for my European Dutch friends, this afternoon? If you guys are here. Yep, I see we got the Discord. The Discord crew is in. Good morning to you guys. Good morning, Trader Brahm. There we go. Good afternoon to you. Mitch, good morning. Joe, good morning to you. All right, we got about 4.5 minutes until we get our trade for the pre-market 9 a.m. open. The pre-open 9 a.m. trade. I am just a little bit tired. I got to hang out with our European crew this morning at 3 a.m. Had some fun. Got a nice little trade. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning, Richie. We'll take a look at that in a minute after this this trade sets up. Good morning, Todd. How are you? All right, let's see. What do we got going on this morning? All right, so we're trading inside, just a little inside, actually right above our 5-minute opening range on the London Open. We are looking for a short setup to occur. How do we look at here? Let's see. Could potentially starting to try to make an H pattern here on the 1 minute. Hopefully it will continue to push down, which will be better for us for a short entry. So if we do this right here, which is what we want to see, and then we throw our Fibonacci, and we'd like to see price get somewhere around 21,385 if this thing keeps pushing down. So we'll see what happens. If not, this is going to reverse. It'll bounce out of here, which will not be ideal. Again, this is an area of extreme support, this zone right here. We can see that. So breaking through here, this gives us, what is it, 32, like almost 20 points. So we'll see. But as of right now, this thing is looking to get a short.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Just want to make sure I got my orders are executing okay.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
All right, we got 45 seconds. This thing is going to take off short. 20 seconds left. Will say I'm not a huge fan of this at all, to be honest, but we'll take it anyway.
Order submitted.
All right, and we're in short. And our target's down here at 421. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of this at all, just the way this thing's set up. So let's see, if we look at the 5. Good morning, Beth. Good morning. Actually, good afternoon, Koss. How are you? So we do have a fib on the 5. As well. That's retracing to the 50% now. Okay, let me get rid of some of these lines, which we don't need. This is off of the overnight. All right, this trade is not looking good at all. This thing will be a loser, unfortunately, but it happens. But like I said, remember, I wasn't a huge fan of this thing when we got into it because of the way that it was setting up on the 1. Remember, we had that H pattern that was basically confirming a reversal. So we are going to take a loss here. The question is how much?
Order
All
canceled.
right. So took about a $300 loss on that trade. So okay, make sure everything is closed. It is. All right. So we will reset and get ready for the 9:30 trade. So as you can see, right before we got into this trade, which was right around here, I said I wasn't really a huge fan of it because we did our initial pullback, okay, started to create our H pattern. Very, very funny, Trader Brom. No, actually, I'm here now. I'm not remote anymore. I'm here. I'm in my office. So, yeah, so as this thing was coming down here, since it wasn't completing the H and it was, rejecting off of this, remember we said this was a pretty big support area here and expecting a bounce, it did just that. So, so for this particular setup, it did not work. But we take the trade because that's part of the plan, and just move on to the next one. All right, so let me get myself set up now for. Hey, good morning, Trader Hawk. How are you? All right, so now we are getting ready for the 9:35. And the 5-minute opening range.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
Okay. So I got that all set up, I think. One more thing I need to check.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Bear with me, guys, for just 1 second. I need to set something up here on my trade copier. Hey, Ashwin. I'm using, well, what you're seeing on the screen right now is TradingView, and I execute my trades on NinjaTrader.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
All right. I think I've got it set up the way I need to. All right.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
Okay, one more thing here.
Order submitted.
Okay.
Order canceled.
All right, so we've got a little more than 15, what is it, 16 minutes till the market opens. All right, let's take a look and see what we got. Oh, that's good, Bram. Trader Bram. So yeah, I don't use that anymore, so I have no idea. I actually haven't in quite some time. All right, so let's see. Where could we possibly be going today? So we'll start with the weekly. Nico Delco, thanks for the follow. One of our Twitch viewers. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. So let's welcome our Twitch viewers. Thanks for joining us this morning. Appreciate it. Thanks for your support. Trying to see. I hope I don't screw this up. Okay, I just tried something on my screen. Can somebody type something in the chat real quick? And the same for the Twitch guys. If you guys can just anything. Good morning, Nico. I can see you in Twitch. If you can type something real quick again, I just want to see if it shows up in my Streamlabs, because I have to change my. Okay, Beth, I see you. Todd, I see you. Nico in Twitch, if you can type something in the chat, that would be super helpful. Ah, excellent. All right, gotcha. Excellent. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so I have to change my view on my Streamlabs, on my my streaming software. So now I can see all the comments, and it shows me where it came from, if it came from Twitch or if it came from YouTube. Because I think we're also streaming on X as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, but at least now I can see all the chats and where they're coming from. Yeah, Todd, it's pretty cool, huh? So, I like it. Let's see. I wonder if I'm going to type something in the chat. I'm going to send a test message. Did it show up on YouTube and Twitch? Can you guys see? I just typed the word test. Can you guys see that in the chat? Oh, sweet. YouTube got it? Nice. And Nico, you got it as well? All right, cool. So it's on Twitch as well. All right. Well, I guess I learned something new today. So I can actually chat to, I can see the chat and send chat to both. Nice. Thanks, Trader Brahm. Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Cool. So do we have, who's here from my European crew? The guys who were with me this morning at 3 a.m. I know Trader Brahm is in here. I saw you. What about the rest of the gang? Did Carla make it this morning? And if you guys are on Discord, I can't see the chat there because I'm going to focus on the chat. Yeah, I can't see the chat in Discord here. I can only see that YouTube and Twitch. So if you guys are in Discord, if you can hop on YouTube, Oh, Kusa's also as well. Kos, sorry. Kos is in here. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to seeing the because it's all in different colors and different symbol. I'm not used to seeing it, so it's going to take me some time. So whatever. I'll try not to get distracted by it, so I can try to focus on trading and reading the market semi right. So, all right, let's get rid of some of this stuff here. All these fibs. Okay. All right, so we are on the weekly chart. And you can see this week opened up below. Actually, once it opened, it actually went inside of last week's range. And delete all these lines, which will come off of the smaller time frames. And now we're trading above. We haven't reached previous week's high, which is right here, 533, and we're trading at 451. So we're getting up there. So we'll see if this week will continue to push up and get us back into this range here. But I mean, this is a ways away. This is like we're 22,000 range. But we did say we're going to reach 21,500 last week, and we did get there. And now we're staying a little bit below it. So we need to break, above it and continue to move up, and then ultimately looking up to test, 21,900 range. That's on the weekly. Okay, so that's kind of like the weekly forecast. The daily, yesterday we actually created an engulfing day. Okay, this was yesterday. So this is our day yesterday. So we engulfed basically yesterday, and we engulfed Friday's price action as well. Actually, we engulfed Thursday's price action also. Let me see. Wait a minute. This is okay. So this is Monday, Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. Okay, so we basically engulfed all of the latter part of last week, and then this week we're trading a little bit. Where are we? We're here, right? So we're trading inside of yesterday's range. So we'll see what happens when it opens. Shoot up to around the 600 area. If we can break above 600, we'll continue to move up. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay. Then we go down to the hourly. Let's clean this up a little bit and get rid of some of these lines, which we don't need. Okay, so we'll keep this. All right, so this is off of the hourly. And we do have a Fibonacci on the hourly here too that started down here and has progressed itself up here through, price movement. and it retraced to the 618, targeting 21,665. And remember, we were looking on the, before we saw this, we were looking at the daily. And we were looking for something up in the 21, somewhere up here, 21,620, right? So this kind of lines up with the hourly Fibonacci at 21,65 or 666 is what it is exactly. That's an interesting number. 21,666. Ooh, that's scary. If you're a superstitious kind of guy, which I try not to be. All right, so on the 1 hour, we could be potentially putting in an H pattern too, if you can see this. Right, coming up here, pulling back, seeing if it's going to go back up and test this or drop down, and we're trading inside of this broadening formation here, which is off of the smaller time frame, off of the 15. Okay, so right now we're inside this broadening formation of the 15. You can see this triangular shape right here. Okay, so we're inside that. So we'll see what happens when the market opens. We get onto the 5. We've got, we can do it like this. So we've got this smaller little broadening formation to break out of. Actually, this needs to look more like this. It's kind of a little sharper. So do want to definitely try to break 21,500 if we can, which will put us up here. We'll intersect this point right up here. So we'll leave this like that. Actually, no, we'll take this off because I don't want to confuse it with all the other lines. So we'll just keep an eye on this. We're trading inside right now of this engulfing bar on the 5. Okay. We've got about 2.5 minutes until the market opens. And this market is heading downward to this support area where we were around the 9:30 area. I mean the 9 o'clock time frame. Remember, we were saying that this was a pretty big level of support. If we go back to our 1 minute time frame, see where when I drew the H pattern, we're looking to complete it here. So this was the price level right here. So we broke through it. We just did it a half an hour later almost. Would have been nice if it would have decided to do that earlier so we could stay in our short. But market's going to do whatever the market's going to do. So, okay, so we've got this level of support that we just broke right here at 415. And we'll see if this thing's going to continue to push as the market opens. And if that's the case, where are we going to go? Down here, 390. This zone right here. So let's keep an eye on that. So if we saw 390, that's right here on the 5. It gives us this little green zone right here. So we'll trade into that. We did put an H pattern on the 5. So if this thing closes and keeps pushing down, we'll draw our fib. Here, let me... Okay, so the market just opened. Here's our H. Okay. Trying to push up. So we'll see if this is going to hold or if it's going to keep pushing downward. If it is going to keep pushing down, we draw our fib. We're looking to get down to 378. Because we did retrace to the 618 on this pullback that gave us the H pattern. So you guys still with me in the chat? Give me a Y or a yes if you're still with me. All right, Mitch, I see ya. Nico, nice. Todd, Joe, Ashwin, Trader Brahm, excellent. Beth, Richie. All right, thanks, guys. Okay, so let's go on to the 1 minute and see how we're looking. See, here's our, this is the H off the 1 that we drew earlier, and this big one is the H off the 5. And price is moving down, so we do want to see this thing, this next 2 1-minute bars close below, which will give us the confirmation of the continuation, and then we can anticipate price to go down to the 380s, 370s. And will also give us our short as well.
Order submitted. Order
Okay,
canceled.
I'm not getting any lag, which is good. Okay, so this thing is continuing to push down. We'd like to see this 1 minute close down, which will be good. It's putting in a little mini H pattern right here, if you can see that right here. This up to here, down here on the 1 minute. All right, we got another minute and 40 seconds. Price needs to stay below 449 to get into a short here. It is pushing back up here. Got less than a minute left. It's going to be an interesting trade because this thing is kind of not really giving a whole lot of decision on whether it wants to go up or down. It is pushing to the upside a little bit more. Got 30 seconds. This thing is going to trigger a short. The question is, once this bar hits, which way are we going to go? So, all right, we got 20 seconds left. Got 10 seconds. This is going to go short.
Order submitted. Target filled. Target filled.
And just like that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, let's take a look at that replay. All right, cool. So that made up for our little loss this morning. Make sure everything is out. It is. I need to cancel some orders here. Okay. All right. So now we are looking for the 5-minute opening range trade, which is a long only. We'll watch this thing for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to end the stream because that's not what we're kind of doing here with this. So, yeah, exactly. Nice, Richie. Yep, we got that back from the loss on the 9 a.m. So right now, let's go back to the 5-minute. Don't thank me. I didn't do anything. The market did it. I just took a trade. I did not do anything. I just took a trade according to my plan. That's all I did. Okay. So if we look at the 5-minute, okay, let's get rid of this Fibonacci. We don't need this right now. We don't need this H pattern anymore. So right now what we're looking for, what I'm looking for, is the two blue lines here. I'm looking for a break above this to go long. Right here. So a break above here to go long. So that's what I'm looking for. And we'll see what happens when it happens throughout the day. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks for joining me as always. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. We're starting to grow a little bit in numbers, which is nice. So if you enjoy this content, hit the like button. Tell your friends. Bring them in here. Let's just hang out. Turn this into a nice little community. And for the rest of the guys in Discord, we will see you guys a little bit later. Again, I really appreciate all of your support. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know you guys have a million choices and things that you can do in the morning, and the fact that you're spending it here with me, I'm deeply humbled and greatly appreciative, and thank you again. So with that, we will see the overnight crew during the London Open, and everybody else. We will see you guys back here again tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.